Hello.
Hello, long
Hello.
time no see.
Hello there. Right.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Yeah,
Who's in the background?
yeah. My wife.
She's very funny. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. That's good news. She's very, very happy. That's great. Fantastic. Good to see you, Kevin. And yes, it's amazing what things can happen online, online videos, and things can, accidentally happen as well. But anyway, hope she's happy. Great, good. And yes, Kevin, have you been doing okay recently, work-wise? Everything is as normal, as they say? It's your working environment. Anything interesting to report? Anything you'd like to share from work before we start?
We just suffer some special issue. Because some FCR do the regular PM. I think they do not do very
Right.
detailed, very careful, or just checking the record.
Right.
Oh, they just checking it, then return to production, suffer some issue.
Right. So do you think they not followed the
They do
procedure?
not follow spec, I think.
The spec, yes, the proper procedure. Or did they, maybe we sometimes say shortcut. Did they take shortcuts? Means that they did not follow all the steps, but they did a quick route. They didn't, they jumped a few steps.
Yeah.
Shortcut, yeah. Sometimes we say that, don't. Yeah, take shortcuts.
Shortcut.
Shortcuts maybe is to not follow, not properly follow the procedure, standard procedure or procedure, isn't it? Yes, or the standard procedure. Yeah, maybe not follow. So they did not follow the standard procedure and took shortcuts. Maybe that's made some mistakes. They think that they've missed some important checks and took shortcuts. They did not follow the standard procedure and took shortcuts. They took and they missed some important checks. Maybe some important checks, something like that, isn't it? Was it quite an impact on the production? Was it a major impact, or did it cause a lot of problems?
Production is shut down until now.
Oh my gosh! Oh well, that is serious. It shut down. Oh my word!
We shut down.
Ooh.
Once that they do the PM in there, the tool do not be bring up until I leave.
Oh my word! So do you think there's going to be some? Right. Do you think there's going to be some serious consequences? Serious Do you think there's going to be? Will there be some serious consequences? Do you think there's going to be a review review?
I think must be reviewed, but not.
Yes.
I think we are. I am. I am very sure. Very make sure. We must be reviewed by our customer.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Our customer will review us, but those engineer FC, I think our internal will also review them.
Right. Yes. Yes. How long has it been shut down? Is that it's not TSMC, right?
Yeah, you know.
Oh gosh. Wow. Okay. I won't.
TSMC is also very important and use
Yeah. Mm.
very high level to monitor this one. If
Wow. Wow.
yeah, because
It's
when it running, keep running, they can earn, they can have some goods can sell, they can have the money income. But now, no, they must be charged to maybe my company.
okay. Right. Ooh. Ooh, this is
And,
I guess this. That's very strange. Yeah. I mean, how long has it been shut down, Kevin? Just today, or I mean, that's a lot, isn't it? If it's been shut down, has the production line? It's been shut down for.
I think it's almost today. Today I do. Yesterday I am take a personal leave, so I do not go into.
Right.
This is today I go in and see this.
Wow. Wow. I see. So there'll be an investigation. Investigation and lessons learned.
Yeah, it's a lesson learned.
Let's be. I know well, it is TSMC. I know that usually there will be some sort of investigation, but review what can be done to prevent that happening again, isn't it? It's a
We need
lesson.
to set some potential action.
You know, I mean, it's a question of could it happen? Was it something that was going to happen anyway? You know, is this something that sometimes we say paper over
The
the
worker.
papering over the cracks? No, I'm not sure we say that. But anyway, it's papering over the cracks. Well, it's sometimes when there is an issue, when there is a real problem happening, and we then put some paper cover, like a wallpaper. Do you know wallpaper? We do this sometimes. Okay, wallpaper. Yes, wallpaper. Some people will put some wallpaper to cover the cracks in the wall. So some nice wallpaper. I'm sure this is normal wallpaper, but anyway, yes, you've got some nice wallpaper. And then, but behind, if you take the wallpaper off, there's loads of, there could be some big cracks. Yeah, big cracks inside. Oh, and the wall. It's just some, I wonder, it's sometimes we say paper over a wallpaper, paper over the cracks, like wallpaper. It's a concept of the papering over the cracks, putting the paper over the cracks, so you cannot see it, but they're underneath, and it's just a thin piece of paper. So it might mean that it's going to happen. Maybe this. Do you think this problem? You don't know what the answer is yet, but have they found the problem? Have they identified? Have they identified the source of the problem? Have your company identified the source?
According to PN process, they have one one list needed to check it. It's very clear file. Let's
Okay.
skip the land and then return to normal production. So normal production suffer the issue. Yeah.
Right.
Case by let's skip the land. If they do it,
Right.
the action is similar normal production to running.
Okay.
Similar. Yeah. So they skip this one and return to normal production, and then normal production suffer the issue.
So really, it's the PM or the so that person did not follow the procedure. They did not fully follow the procedure. I often wonder, Kevin, do you think this happened in the night, like during the night,
No,
during the day?
they should.
Production, yeah. Was this? I wonder. I often wonder if this sort of thing happens, when you're very tired at nighttime, whether in a shift, where somebody could easily make a mistake, especially when it's something of such high level as the semiconductor. Hey, I noticed the water supply. How is the drought in Taiwan right now? The drought, because that's affecting production, isn't it? The drought. That's the drought. So let me show you what that is.
Okay.
Drought in Taiwan. I'll just write down drought. Lack of water. Drought. Spelt it wrong, sorry. The drought in Taiwan. How serious is it now?
Very, very severe. Every week, we 4 day, 5 day, 5 day we have water, and then 2 day we do not have water. They do not support.
So we now, or we have
Water shortage issue.
Water. We have a water. We have a water. We have a shortage of water. We have a water. Yeah, we have a water shortage, and now we have to have water rations. Sorry, rations. Water rations. So so it's every is it like every 5 days, 1 day no water? Is that right?
2 day no water.
Oh my God! Wow.
A week they do not support 2 day no any water.
Right.
Yeah, they will. In order to save 2 days.
Wow, which day is that?
In every different area is different.
Is it? Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. In Taichung, they have Tuesday and Wednesday.
Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay.
Yeah, in Taichung, in my impression, yeah. Tuesday and Wednesday do not have any water.
Each region has to each region has 2 days without has to have 2 days without water supply. Right. Okay. Each region has 2 days without water supply, and in Hsinchu,
I think not every region. In Hsinchu, I think not impact so many. Yeah.
Most regions have to have 2 days. I think that's in the south, isn't it? The southern regions of Taiwan. If you go south, I guess it's more likely you're going to have water rations. But in Hsinchu at the moment, it's not affected. In Hsinchu, we are not. Hsinchu is not affected. Currently, Hsinchu is not. It's not.
Small.
Right. At the moment, do you think it will happen soon? You think there's going to be water rations?
It's very good news. We have rain in today.
Oh,
All
you have
day.
rain. Oh,
But the rain is not very large.
not very heavy, just very light.
Yeah.
We have
good.
some light rain. We call it light rain, light
Rain.
and heavy rain.
Okay. We are light rain.
Yeah, we have some light rain today.
In today,
Okay.
yeah.
Hmm.
Hope we can keep more.
Yeah, gosh. Yeah, last week somebody said that it rained in Sun Moon Lake for 20 minutes.
Oh.
Light rain, Sun Moon Lake, middle of Taiwan for 20 minutes. Oh gosh. Oh, it's very serious. I'm sorry to hear this.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, what a shame. And is it impacting production? Okay, well, yeah, I think that might be impacting production across many places. Hi, Chloe. Good to see you. All right, great. Okay, calling from a coffee shop. Is that right?
Yeah.
Coffee, great, fantastic. Well, I'm glad that you're able to access the mobile. You know, Chloe, feel free to let Stephanie know any issue with the mobile access, the website, you know, the mobile phone access, if there's, you know, anything difficult. There is some changes going on at the moment on the website, so there will be some improvements. But if there is something that's a little bit difficult, just let us know. Likewise, Kevin, you know, if you're there's going to be an update on the website this week. I know the guys are working on it now, but anyway, just let us know if you have any difficulty accessing. It should be fine, but if there's any questions you've got, feel free. Yeah, okay. Well, Chloe, it's Kevin says it's been raining in Hsinchu, right? Light rain in Hsinchu. How about Taipei? Has it been light or heavy rain in Taipei, Chloe?
Today, light rain.
Light rain, yes, that's right. Is there anywhere in Taiwan that's heavy rain? Has there been any heavy rain in Taiwan? Have you heard of anything like that today, Chloe? Any heavy rain? No? Right, yeah. Kevin, yourself, heavy rain at all? Probably not, just light rain all over Taiwan.
Light rain.
Just light rain.
I do not see very heavy rain. Yeah.
Oh,
I
gosh.
go out. Yeah.
And I think there was a typhoon that was coming close by but didn't touch Taiwan. What a shame.
Yeah, it's very close, but not touchy.
Toiling, not fair. Right. Anyway, let's crack on. Okay, we're doing meetings, and today we'll look at negotiations, accepting and rejecting offers, and then next week we'll look at making decisions, counter offers, bargaining. But yes, negotiations, Kevin. I think this is something that your company will be involved with now. So hopefully the negotiations to resolve the production issue can be sorted out, or some other negotiations for. So this is called, these are some of the words we use. We'll have a look at 10 idioms here, which are quite interesting to apply to give ground when you're having to negotiate. So Kevin, have you been in a negotiate before? Negotiation. Have you ever had to negotiate?
Oh, sometimes.
Sometimes, sorry, I think we've got this. I'll bring this up to the top here.
Okay.
Right. Negotiate. Sometimes, yes. The same word, sorry. Okay, that's fine. You like negotiation? Is it fun? Enjoyable? Sometimes, yeah?
sometimes, but it's not always not very happy because
No.
many times we will suffer or lose. Somebody will must be lost something.
Yeah, what it is, loss. Now you said that very interesting, Kevin. Loss, it means
No?
giving ground, to give ground. Yeah, you're right. Negotiation, when you have to negotiate, you've got to give ground. So it's to make concession, something that you agree to give someone or allow them to do so you can reach an agreement. So it's giving concession, a concession to give, okay, in order to reach agreement. Kevin, would you mind reading this sentence, please?
Okay. Both sides will have to give ground if they want to reach a deal.
Deal, that's right. What we're gonna do is we're going to just run through these phrases, and at the bottom, I have a dialogue here that uses all these words in how we use these words in discussing negotiation. Okay, so let's just take turns. Give ground. Okay, then. So Chloe, just have a read this one here.
Both sides will have to give ground if they want to reach a deal.
Yes, to give ground. Can you make a sentence? Give ground. Concession, to give. Chloe, can you think of any sentence? We have to give ground to agree on the timetable, or we had to give ground to agree on something.
Manager should give us how give us how should
Not
give
easy.
ground
Yes.
should give ground to us.
To our requirements. I mean, okay. We'll work on that. It's about an agreement. Usually something like that. How we work on an agreement. Let's go through these, and then you'll get the idea at the end. So meet halfway. Meet halfway. Any idea what that means, Kevin? Meet halfway.
Maybe we get a balance idea. Get a balance. Both of us can get a deal.
To meet halfway, to have some acceptance, to give ground, but to meet halfway. Some things you will give ground, but some other things you'll gain ground.
Okay.
But overall, you meet halfway. It's kind of like that. So 60-40, 40-60, 50-50, meeting halfway. Okay, so accept some of the things that someone wants in order to reach an agreement with them. Okay, Chloe, how about that? Could you just read the sentence?
We can't cover all the costs, but we would be prepared to meet you halfway.
Yes, Kevin, please read that through.
Okay. We cannot cover all the costs, but we would be prepared to meet you halfway.
Yes, we can't cover all of it, but we can meet you halfway. Maybe the price, the cost there. Okay. So sweetening the deal, sweeten the deal. Oh, to make an offer more attractive by adding something of value. Any ideas how to sweeten a deal? I don't know. Some people, some people may throw in some other extra. We'll throw this in for free. Okay. So, sometimes people may want to buy maybe a phone, but what to sweeten a deal? How to sweeten a deal with a phone? Oh, we could put a charger. We'll give you a free charger with it. Oh, I'm not sure that's sweetening it, but anyway, I guess it does. But it comes with a cover. Maybe that's a thought to sweeten a deal. It comes with maybe it comes with a cover. We'll give you a free cover to buy the phone. So to sweeten the deal is to give something to extra. Any ideas? Chloe, what sort of thing? A sweetener deal. If I wanted to buy a phone from you, how would you sweeten a deal? So right, okay.
You can get 20% off discount
Yeah.
if you buy 2 phones together.
Okay, yeah, good idea. Yeah, Kevin, how about that? Hey, look, I mean, we've got even one of these, like, oh, I'll throw you this in for free. Yes.
Yeah.
Cheap thing, maybe nasty cheap thing. But anyway, there we go. We could use this. Yes, microphone. It's
Maybe you
brilliant.
say you can provide and send me some gift.
Yes. What's your favorite
Send me some
sweets?
gift.
Okay, we'll get you that. Okay, I've got a bar of chocolate. How about you can have that too? Okay, it's done. Right.
Yeah, like this one.
Sweet, sweeten a deal. Yes. Any ideas about a phone? Yeah. Or would you like to give an example, Kevin?
Yeah.
Sweeten a deal.
So there maybe you can provide more little gift, maybe like microphone or some second battery or
Maybe
yeah,
a cleaning, a
maybe
free
a cover.
cover, a nice cleaner.
Yeah,
There we
nice
go,
cleaner.
free.
Yeah.
That's free. Add that in, throw it in. That's brilliant. All sorts of things. So yes. Okay, Kevin, let's read this through. Okay.
Okay. Should they accept the first
Contract.
or the first contract, so the company decide to sweeten the deal with the different pension plan,
Unattractive pension plan.
attractive pension plan.
Pension. Yeah, I don't know if we need to know that, but a pension, gosh, a pension, it's like some sort of payment when you get older, or a pension plan, something too attractive there. Chloe, would you like to just read that through, please?
You didn't accept the first contract, so the company decided to sweeten the deal with an attractive pension plan.
Yeah, she didn't accept the first contract, so the company decided to sweeten it. So sometimes people do that. Ooh, sticking points, sticking. A topic on which it is not possible to reach an agreement. We reached the sticking point. I wonder, Kevin, whether you're at the moment, that maybe the company's in a sticking point to solve the problem. This is like a stick, isn't it? Stick. Right. Kevin, would you like to read this through?
Yeah. The choice of the surpriser was the sticking point into the negotiation.
Kevin, follow me. The choice of supplier was a sticking point in the negotiations.
The choice of supplier was a sticking point in the negotiation.
Yes, negotiations. Yes, the choice of supplier was a sticking point in the stick. So who's going to be the supplier? Who's the best supplier? That's the code to get the contracts. Chloe, would you like to read that through for us?
The choice of supplier was the sticking point in the negotiation.
Is there any sticking points that's in the office with any issues? Sticking points can be, these areas are sticking points and yet to be sorted out. These are sometimes issues, some problems, sticking points. Okay, so sometimes, like maybe time management or when, to arrive and leave work, and maybe how flexible is it? Could be a sticking point, these sticking points at work. Back to square one. Oh dear me, back to square one. To start working on a plan from the beginning because the original plan failed. When they couldn't accept the terms of the contract, it was back to square one for the negotiators. Chloe, would you like to read that?
When they couldn't accept the terms of the contract, it was back to square one for the negotiators.
Negotiators. Okay, those are the people, negotiators. These are people, negotiators. They are trying to. All right. So, Kevin, are you okay to try that?
Okay. When they cannot accept the term
Of the
of the contract, it was back to square one for the negotiator.
Negotiators. Yes, great. Yes, negotiators. Yes, back to square one. Have you ever experienced that before? You've done so many things and then it's back to square one. Ever experienced anything like that? For example, a while ago, I was working on PowerPoint and I forgot to save it. Oh, yeah, I forgot to save it and I've lost all the work. Back to square one. Yes, Chloe, ever experienced anything like that? Hopefully not. Hopefully you haven't. Have you ever had to go through back to square one? You worked so hard on doing something. Back to square one. Have you? Do you know what I mean? Back to square one, Chloe. You've been doing some work. Well, it's like back to square one. It's have you ever experienced you've been working on a PowerPoint or a document,
Yes.
and then you forgot to save it, or maybe there's a power shut, the power work goes down, and then it's back to square one, or a project, and you had to go back to square one. I have to go back to the beginning. Back to the beginning. Okay. Kevin, how about you? No?
Oh,
Right.
so many some project.
Where to start? Oh, back to square one. And Chloe, I'm very happy that you haven't had to do this. It's good.
Yeah.
Oh, back to square one. I bet you haven't.
Yeah, some project we got with the customer and we after discussing we choose one way we think is the best way for us, but we start do the DOE, then the result is fail. So everything must be back to the beginning, initials.
Shouldn't laugh, but it's
yeah, restart again.
It's a common word used, back to square one.
Yeah.
Something where you've been working on something and it's a disaster and you have to start again. Oh no, or something goes wrong. It's a failure and you have to do it again to fix it. So go back to square one. There are times when that happens, back to square one. So, right, and you have to hammer it out. You have to hammer out a solution. Hammer is like like a hammer?
Yeah.
Boom, boom. Yeah.
Sword.
Yeah, you have to hammer it out. A lot of work to fix it up. Yeah. To decide on an agreement, contract, etc. after a lot of discussion and disagreement. So it's really forcing the answer to hammer out an agreement. So the two companies hammered out an agreement after weeks of tough negotiation. They finally did that extra push to get it done, to hammer it out. Sometimes not easy, sometimes it's painful, but getting it done. So it's as if you're forcing it through. So Chloe, would you like to try to read this sentence for us there?
The two companies hammered out an agreement after weeks of tough negotiations.
After 2 weeks of tough negotiations. All right, Kevin, let's try that.
The two companies hammered out an agreement after weeks of tough negotiation.
After 2 weeks of
Negotiation.
tough negotiations. The two companies hammered out an agreement after weeks of tough negotiations. Yes. Iron out, number 7. Iron out, to solve or get rid of problems or difficulties. We should reach an agreement today. We just have to iron out some small details first. Right, okay, Kevin, let's try this.
Okay. We should reach an agreement today. We just have to iron out some small detail first.
Yes, iron out. You know, ironing. Do you like, does anybody ironing? Ironing
one metal,
clothes.
like metal.
Ironing, I'm gonna just show a picture there. Yes, Kevin, do you enjoy, do you sometimes iron? Do you like to iron clothes?
Iron clothes, yeah, I just ironed my clothes in this Monday.
Oh, it's terrible, hard work. Yes, Chloe, do you sometimes iron? You do ironing your clothes?
Very seldom.
Oh, I'll tell you one time, I had my shirts and I had the iron on and the phone rang. No, the telephone rang and I got called and I got distracted. I come back, oh, 5 minutes later, this big my shirt. Oh. Right, so remember, okay, be careful how you iron. Okay, so why do we iron? Because we iron the creases out, don't we? We iron them out. So this is, we should reach an agreement today. We just need to iron out some small details first. That's what it means. Just those little crinkle things, small details to iron it out. It's almost done. We just need to now finish it off. Okay, Chloe, like to just read that through?
We should reach an agreement today. We just have to iron out some small details first.
Great, great. Number 8, okay, down to the wire. Oh gosh, down to the wire, Kevin. This might be something that you'll be finding with your, I mean, there is obviously that delay. Things have to be sorted. It's going down to the wire to get it finished. So to be finished or achieved with very little time left, often
So everything must be on schedule.
everything must be on schedule. That's right. If there's some negotiations have to be ironed out and maybe they're down to the wire, hey, it usually is, isn't it? They're usually negotiations are down to the wire. It's like, oh, time's out, you know, we've got no little time left, you know, pressure. Then the deal gets done. Usually that's how it's done. So the negotiations went down to the wire last night. Yeah, nighttime last night. Okay, a bit like Brexit in UK. Right, so Kevin, like to try that?
Okay. The negotiation went down to the wire last night.
Great, well done, Kevin. Okay, Chloe, try that. We will do lip reading with Chloe today.
Oh, you meet?
Sorry, sorry.
That's okay, Chloe.
The negotiations went down to the wire last night.
Yes, that's right. Well done, Chloe. Yes, I could see the lips were going correctly, so that's great. Clinch the deal to succeed in making an agreement certain, especially after a long period of discussion. It took a lot longer than we expected, but we finally clinched the deal. Okay, Chloe, read that one through.
It took a lot longer than we expected, but we finally clinched the deal.
Well done. Okay, Kevin, let's try that.
Yeah, it taken a lot longer than we expected, but we finally cleaned the deal.
Clinched, yes, clinched.
The deal.
Clinched the deal. Clinched the deal. Yes, to clinch is to hold. We caught the deal, kind of thing. Okay, last one. Tie up loose ends. Tie up loose ends. Gosh. To finalize all issues or pieces of business that are not critical but have not been completed yet. Right, okay. Let's try that, Kevin. Let's do this. We still need to tie up a few loose ends in the contract, but we should be ready to sign tomorrow. So loose ends, just a few little small details. The loose ends, okay? Let's try that.
Okay. We still need to tie up a few loose ends in the contract, but we should be ready to sign tomorrow.
Well done. Brilliant, Kevin. That's fantastic. Yes, Chloe, let's do that one as well.
We still need to tie up a few loose ends in the contract, but we should be ready to sign tomorrow.
The loose ends. So okay, so we've gone through quite a few here. So this is a dialogue. Okay, so in our sales meeting this morning, we had to give ground to reach an agreement. We met halfway by sweetening the deal by lowering our prices. The main sticking point was finding the best supplier during the negotiations. When the first plan failed, we went back to square one. Both companies hammered out a new agreement after 2 weeks of tough negotiations. The negotiations went down to the wire to meet the deadline. It took a lot longer than expected, but we finally clinched the deal. We just have to iron out some small details and tie up a few loose ends in the contract, but we should be ready to sign tomorrow. Okay, that's the combining it all together. So let's do sentence by sentence. Okay, Kevin, let's start off with you, and then Chloe, you go to the next sentence. Here we go.
Okay. In our sales meeting this morning, we have give ground to reach an agreement.
Great.
We made.
Okay, you continue then. Okay, then Chloe, you maybe we'll do this. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. Kevin, are you okay to read the whole thing, and then Chloe, you read the whole thing as well? Okay, let's try that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
In our sales meeting this morning, we have give ground to reach an agreement. We made halfway by sweetening the deal by lowering our price.
Yes.
The main strike point was finding the best supplier during the negotiation.
Negotiations. Yes.
Yeah. And when the first plan failed, we went back to square one. Both companies hammered out a new agreement after 2 weeks of tough negotiations. The negotiation went down to the wire to meeting the
Deadline.
deadline. It takes a lot longer than expected. Yeah, but finally, clinched the deal. Yeah, we just have an iron out some small detail and tip up a few loose ends in the contract, but we should be ready to sign tomorrow.
Right. Good effort. Yes. Well done, Kevin. A deadline negotiations. You're getting there. Negotiations. That's it. Negotiations. Chloe, all right, read out.
Okay.
Let's go with that.
In our sales meeting this morning, we had to give ground to reach an agreement. We met halfway by sweetening the deal by lowering our prices. The main sticking point was finding the best supplier during the negotiations. When the first plan failed, we went back to square one. Both companies hammered out a new agreement after 2 weeks of tough negotiations. The negotiations went down to the wire to meet the deadline. It took a lot longer than expected, but we finally clinched the deal. We just have to iron out some small details and tie up a few loose ends in the contract, but we should be ready to sign tomorrow.
Nice work, great guys. That's fantastic. 10 idioms that we use in negotiations. Okay, so ever in a negotiation, these are phrases and idioms that you will use. Fantastic, yes. Deadline, is that quite okay? Down to the last deadline. So every project or everything has, like, schedule has a deadline, doesn't it? You've got to get it done by a certain time. Deadline. Oh, it's a frightening one. That's okay. Great guys. Okay, we have a few more. Just I'm not sure we have time for that, but yeah, yeah, there's a few more phrases here. Maybe we can have a quick look at this. I think we can read it through. I don't think we need to watch the video, guys. I think we're okay. So in this lesson, you'll learn about negotiates, how to negotiate in English. So let's do a dialogue. Negotiation on service, on an advertising contract, salary negotiations, and delivery dates. When is it going to be delivered, if we have time? Guys, okay, so I'm going to just blow this up a bit more, so hopefully it'll be easier to see. Dialogue practice. Right, okay, so let's see then. So, yeah, Kevin, are you okay to be Mark? And Chloe, you'll be Richard. Okay, let's try this. Okay, Kevin, let's try.
So Richard, I would like to hear more about how you charge for your service.
Sure, Mark. Sure, Mark. We offer 1 year unlimited data storage for $2,000.
Yes, great. For $2,000. Okay.
Could you
Right.
clarify the data rate? Explains how much data shortage storage could be used when you say it unlimited.
Okay, Kevin. Okay, let's all do that. So, can you clarify the data rate? Follow me there, Kevin.
Okay.
Can you clarify the data rate?
Can you clarify the data rate?
Good. Exactly how much data storage can be used?
Exactly how much data storage could be used?
Yeah, storage.
Storage.
Yes, it's the the words that's sometimes kind of tricky, that
To
age.
book
Storage. Yes. When you say it is unlimited.
when you say it is unlimited.
All right. Okay, Chloe.
We have a fair use policy of 10 TB.
I think that's tetrabytes, isn't it? Tetrabytes. There's a tetra. I think that's it. Tetra. 100 gigabytes or 1,000 gigabytes. However, right. Okay. Right. Okay, Kevin. So here we go. So can you bring down the rates? Okay, Kevin, follow me.
Okay. Could you can you bring down the rate?
Well done. We won't need that much storage anyway. Okay.
We won't not we
No.
won't need to let much storage anyway.
Great. Good. Well done. Okay, Chloe.
We have 7 TB. I forgot it.
Oh,
TB,
tetrabytes.
terabytes,
Yeah.
terabyte storage for 2 years at the same price. I'm sure this is the best package for you.
All right. Okay.
I don't know,
I don't
Richard.
know, Richard. Let me sleep on it. Okay.
I don't know, Richard. Let me sleep on this.
Yes. Let me sleep on it. Have you heard that phrase before? Let me sleep on it. Means I'll get back to you tomorrow. Usually I'll just sleep on it, but I need tonight to sleep on it. I need to think it over. Usually, well, I'll maybe let me sleep on it. I'll get back to you tomorrow, or something like that. You know, I'll get back to you later. Let me sleep on it. It's a phrase we say quite often. Let me sleep on it. Okay. So you're probably likely to sleep it and think it, get back to you tomorrow. Let me get back to you tomorrow is another way to say. Okay, great. Okay, then. So, right. So, Mr. Mark. Okay, let's see. Contract ads. We've just got 5 minutes. I'm just gonna let's go to. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's try dialogue 3 then. Salary negotiations. Okay. Let's see how we do because no, time is short. So Richard, okay, Kevin, and Ivy for Chloe. Okay, so Miss Ivy, you know that I applied for a salary increase last month. Okay, Kevin.
Miss Ivy, you know that I applied for a salary increase last month.
Right. Yes, Ivy. You're HR. I think you are Ivy. I think that's where it is, Chloe. You're working in HR. Okay.
Yes, Richard. I forwarded your request to the human resources manager.
Yes. I hope you will consider the matter. My last 2 annual performance reviews were good, but I haven't had a salary hike for 2 years. Hike means like, like hiking up a mountain. Okay, so, right,
I
let's try that.
I thought you have to consider the matter. My last 2 annual performance review were good, but I have not had a salary hike for 2 years.
Yes, annual, annual,
Annual,
that's right. That's like
annual.
yearly. Annual is every year, annual. So my annual performance. Yes, I guess you have that every year, don't you, Kevin? It's so the job, it's a review every year. It's always a lot of pressure, isn't it? Performance every year. Okay, so Chloe, someone.
I am aware of that, Richard, but the salary issues are handled entirely by HR.
Right. I have to admit, this is really disappointing. Okay.
I have to um admit this is really disappoint disappointing.
Disappointing.
Disappointing. Yes, a bit like my classes. Disappointing.
Disappointing. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
yeah. I would say that the production line is shut down. It's disappointing. Not quite. It's
Yeah.
probably worse than that. But yeah. Okay. Right. So, all right, Chloe. Okay.
Richard, the manager, responded that it's not our policy to increase salary by 30%.
Sorry, that's right. So, can I expect 25%?
No. So can I expect 25%?
I will talk to the manager again about it, Richard, but 10% is standard.
Thank you, Miss Ivy. I really want to keep working for your company, but I should be able to afford it.
Thank you, Miss Ivy. I really want to keep working for the company, but I should be able to afford it.
Yes, afford it. Well done, guys. That's great. I know there's a lot more dialogue examples here. Some phrases that could be quite useful. And I think that there has been some accepting and rejecting offers. Some of the dialogue we have here with the underlined lines as well. So that could be quite useful phrases. Right, well done. So making decisions, counter offers, bargaining, we're going to look into that next week. And then have a review of a sales meeting, actually go through an actual sales meeting, not complete, but major part of it. And then we'll wrap everything up. We'll do a wrap up and a review of some abbreviations and a review of some of the main dialogue practice phrases on the meetings as well, what we've covered. Great, guys. Thanks very much for your time. I will send this to the group. I hope everything works out, Kevin, as well with the situation. I hope the negotiations will work out as well, because it sounds like there may have to be something like that too. And let's hope there'll be some heavy rain. Let's have some heavy rain in Taiwan. Come on, let's get that drought sorted out. Yeah, yes. Hopefully no rations, please. Oh gosh, fingers crossed. I'll be hoping so. Guys, okay, Chloe, thanks for joining. And Addison is up next. I will be joining her class as well as backup because she's currently residing in India at the moment. As you know, that's a little bit of a challenge situation for her. I just need to be there just in case, because sadly she has caught COVID. So I have to be there as backup. Right. Okay, guys. So I will be in the next class. So welcome to join if you like. I think she's looking at TED Talk anyway, something on that. Okay, guys. Thanks for your time. I will see you later in the week, possibly. Okay. Otherwise, have a great evening. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.